What if your cat had already begun saying goodbye, and you just didn't see it? Not because you didn't care, but because cats never make it obvious. They don't cry or plead. Instead, they mask their pain with routine, turning final moments into ordinary ones. And that's why most owners miss the chance to be there when it matters most. If you've ever loved a cat, pause for a moment and ask yourself, would you recognize when they're quietly letting go? If you're even a little unsure, stay with us. Here at Wildika, we'll walk you through 8 subtle signs that mean your cat may be nearing the end, so you can be present when they need you most. 1. The eyes that speak without words. Cats carry their emotions in silence, but their eyes often tell the truth. Near the end, their gaze shifts. Some stare at you longer than before, as if memorizing your face. Others avoid your eyes entirely, holding in something too heavy to share. One owner once said, "I knew something was different the moment she looked through me, not at me." These moments are brief but powerful. You may dismiss it at first, just another look, another pause. But later, you'll remember it as the moment their eyes said what their voice never could. 2. The disappearing act. When a cat begins hiding in unusual places, under the bed, behind the dryer, or deep in a closet, it isn't curiosity, it's instinct. In the wild, sick or dying cats would isolate themselves for safety. Even in a loving home, that instinct doesn't disappear. At first, you may excuse it. She just likes quiet spots, or he's exploring. But when they stop greeting you at the door, stop curling in their favorite chair, or vanish for hours, it's often not routine anymore. It's retreat. And while it feels like rejection, it's the opposite. They believe they're protecting you by keeping their decline hidden. 3. When the purr isn't comfort. We love the sound of purring. It reassures us, makes us believe our cat is content. But here's a difficult truth. Cats also purr when they're frightened, in pain, or even dying. It's a built-in way to soothe themselves. You might notice the purr changes, softer, more fragile, or strangely constant. They may lie in odd positions, purring quietly when no one is near. That sound comforts you. But for them, it's a mask. The question to ask is simple. Are they purring with me or instead of me? Because when purring replaces interaction, it's often not a sign of joy, but of hidden distress. 4. Clinginess that feels different. For some cats, the end brings them closer. A normally independent cat may suddenly follow you everywhere, curl against your chest, or rest on your pillow. It feels like a sweet surprise. Finally, the closeness you wished for. But sometimes, it isn't just affection. They may sense changes in their body and feel confused. You become their anchor, their safety. What looks like cuddling may actually be them saying, "I don't understand what's happening. Please don't leave me now." It's heartbreaking, but it's also a chance to be there fully, to give them comfort in their uncertainty. 5. The sudden distance. Not every cat becomes clingy. Some do the opposite. They stop sleeping by your side, retreat from your lap, or vanish for long stretches. It feels personal, but it's not. This withdrawal is instinct, a belief that pulling away spares you from watching them weaken. Cats are private, even in health. In decline, that instinct deepens. Their silence isn't rejection. It's a form of love. Their way of saying, "I don't want you to carry this burden." It's painful to accept, but it's how some cats choose to leave. Quietly, alone. 6. Agitation that isn't them. Imagine your gentle, calm cat suddenly swatting when touched, pacing restlessly at night, or growling without reason. It's unsettling. But often it isn't personality, it's pain. Discomfort makes their body unfamiliar. Aching joints, labored breathing, or disorientation can make them lash out. They don't know how to ask for help, so they react. It's easy to mistake this for grumpiness or stress. But really, it's their body crying out. Remember, your cat isn't turning mean. They're struggling with sensations they can't explain. Recognizing this shift with compassion is one of the most important acts of love you can offer. 7. Silence in grooming. Cats are meticulous cleaners. Grooming keeps them healthy and soothed. So when it stops, Pay attention. You'll first notice their coat dulling, then small mats in areas they once kept spotless. The belly, back legs, or spine. Over time, fur becomes greasy, flat, or tangled. It isn't laziness, it's fatigue. Their muscles ache, their energy is fading, and they no longer have the strength. It's easy to miss because the decline is gradual. But once their coat truly changes, it's often far along. Their silence and grooming is their body's quiet admission. I'm too tired to keep up. 8. Choosing unfamiliar places. Cats usually return to the same safe spots. A favorite blanket, a sunny window, the end of your bed. When those are abandoned for cold tile, hidden corners, or the back of a closet, it isn't random. This instinct goes back to their wild roots. Cats would leave their group when nearing death, not from lack of love, but from instinct. At home, this looks like them suddenly preferring hard floors over their pillow, or resting where you rarely see them. It feels like they're pulling away. In truth, their body is guiding them toward solitude. Beyond all the signs, there's one more. Your intuition. That whisper inside when they don't come when called, or when their purr feels strangely fragile. You notice it, then excuse it. But deep down, you know. That feeling isn't paranoia. It's love calling your attention one last time. It doesn't mean panic. It means presence. Listening to that inner knowing may be the most important step of all. Cats leave this world the way they live in it. Quietly, gracefully, with love hidden in every small act. They don't cry. They don't beg. They don't plead. They speak in silence, in choices, in moments you may not understand until later. But now, you'll know. You'll pause. You'll notice. And you'll be there. If this message touched your heart, share your cat's name in the comments. Whether they're still with you or watching from beyond, let their name be remembered. And if you believe more people should recognize these signs, hit like. For more stories that honor the quiet love our cats give, subscribe to Wildica. Not for numbers, but for them. For every cat who whispers instead of cries, and leaves without noise, but never without love. And here's something beautiful to hold on to. Cats have an extraordinary memory for the people they bond with. Even years later, they can still recognize your scent and voice. So whether they're still with you or watching from beyond, the love you shared isn't forgotten. Not by you, and not by them.